with that being said, let us pray. Prayer, and I pray for I pray that today we have understanding, and I pray for the confusion of faith that the Most High put on us, that's been put upon Israel, and that the scriptures be made plain in our sight. Okay, and what I want to do when I get started is I wanted to the name of. Let me get back to this right quick. Okay, I was telling you the other day, a couple of weeks ago, about how the Israelites have in Most High creation, these angels and the Most High and all of them, it's dealing with vibrations and dealing with like sounds, which is like song and all that. And so I was showing you how that even the grasshopper and the cricket and the frog, they all got a distinctive sound, which is musical, like is vibrational that they make. That just come from the Most High being who He is. Everything got a rhythm to it. Because of how it's made, it's got a noise that it's gonna make. So we know the Israelites, they were songbirds. Because they, when they came, the people, they had such a distinctive sound that people noticed them. And so when they came into the land of Israel out of Egypt, and they posted up, they came in amongst all these people, and built the temple, and then on these feast days when they was all singing, all the nations around them, they heard they heard that beautiful sound and those musical sounds that they made. They could hear it. And so then like the guy was telling them, you can't deal with them. Long as they don't do, that's part of their DNA. Long as they operate like that with their DNA, these 7 angels there, the Most High there, it's all vibrational thing going on. So they couldn't deal with them. Long as they was on their course doing what they were supposed to do, everything was good. So when you understand that, being like I said, I'm always trying to give you some witnesses to what I'm saying. So you looking for songbirds? Well, you can't. When they brought Judah to America, look what happened in Detroit with the Motown. Well, that's a witness right there. What some of the songbirds there? Because they can find it back then. They could find it was groups, 5 million, 6 million groups. They were popping up all over the place. Because they can take any 5 men and put them in a studio. They're gonna shut it down. So Motown blew up. So the powers that be knew that. So they was exploiting us and exploiting the talent that the Most High gave us through the melanin that He gave us. So that's one witness. Well, I got another witness for you. So did anybody watch the video I gave you about Israelite migration? The Bantu migration.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to I'm gonna play it right quick. I'm gonna play something. So I don't know if you caught this or not. So let me go to it right quick. So they showed how this Bantu migration, how they was looking for them. I mean, when they found them, then they was talking about this group of little boys they had. Watch this here. I want to show you. This is crazy, man. And like I said, you ain't gonna get none of this out of we in the last days. You ain't gonna get this out of the King James 6 books. So it says right here. Let me get it right quick. 30. I think it's. Let me see what it is. 34, 36 mark. Okay. Let me get it right quick. Here you go. Listen to this. these little bitty boys. Okay, so they songbirds. So when you gonna get a real impact, you gonna get hello?
Yeah.
So it's songbirds. So they ain't been in no studio, they ain't been nowhere.
Nope.
But you gonna get a better impact when you go look at the video and see how they just they just standing around, you know what I'm saying? They just can go in. It's like 7 of them, but they can come in and make everything just go smooth. They ain't coming in on the wrong notes and nothing. They just standing around. They're doing this on a wheel.
Right.
They songbirds.
Yes.
So,
Right.
So, yeah.
First thing I thought when I saw it was that street corner, and then I thought Motown. They so in harmony, you know. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I told you before, like I said. Now look at their complexion. I told you the Egyptians said the Most High is a dark skinned man. The Egyptians had it on the wall was a dark skinned blue-black man, a dark brown man. Tamahu was you had the mulatto, the mixed man. Then you had the Tamahu, the white man. That's the only 4 men was on earth. The Israelite is the brown one, the dark brown.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so anyway, so look at their complexion, all of them. And they, like I said, they songbirds. And then no receding hairline. They ain't got no receding hairline. They ain't full of hair. So anyway, so like I said, so then with that being said, I wanted to go to so these people right here, these are the boys that were singing. They belong to a race of people called the Bantu. And so. So you say, what you talking about? Okay, well, it was a bunch of migrations, like I was saying a couple months ago. How when the Israelites left out of Egypt, they tell you it was almost over 1 million people that was left, and there was a mixed multitude that followed them. All the people at that time in that region saw this migration. They saw these people came across the desert, wherever they came from. They saw it. They witnessed this migration. So the same thing with the migration when they came out of Babylon. All the people in that area witnessed that migration when they came out of there. And when the Egyptians came, when the Greeks came, and the Epiphanies ran them out. They know this. It's people they got this recorded in history somewhere. They know this. There was a big old migration. That was on the move, they ended up in Negro land. So what we witnessing right now today is another migration getting ready to happen. And the whole world gonna witness it. You know, they got to witness it now because of all the technology. So I see so many people getting caught twisted and caught up with the understanding about the fact that the Most High says that we're gonna see. When we gonna see when our eyes gonna see whenever when he destroy our enemies, when he shut them down. And they was in Egypt. They was in Egypt in Goshen. Goshen was separated from Egypt. When you understand the dynamics of that, Goshen was set up as part of Israel, part of the land that Most High gave Israel that's along the Nile. So they was over there in a place of safety in Goshen, and they saw him when he destroyed the Egyptians, the 10 plagues. They witnessed that. So, like I was saying, with that understanding, we got to be in the place that he's going to have us in. That's going to be a place of safety that we're going to be able to witness when our oppressor that oppress us get destroyed. You're going to be in a place to witness them. So, what I want to do now is okay, another fact is that when you trying to, because the title of this video is Israel Return and the End Times. I'm trying to give you because I had over last week about 8 or 9 people. I was listening on different shows, and people asked questions about the end times, and the people that was trying to inform them, they had no clue. It was so. So anyway, he said Israel Return. The title of this is Israel Return and the End Times. So with the proper understanding, he said that all the other times Israel was sent into exile, or Most High judgment came on them because they was disobedient. They was in their land. He sent them out of the land. They went to, and they was being oppressed by the people. He come and deliver them and bring them back to our land. Okay, with that understanding. So the place where the Most High started His judgment is the place He brought them back to. So with that understanding, let's go to Jeremiah 29, because everybody wants to try to say we're gonna be here when the Most High judge America. So let's look at it. Jeremiah. We find because it's hiding from me. You got it?
Yes.
Okay, 29 and 14. I want to break that down right quick. 29 and 14. It says, okay, so Most High, wherever you judge that, that's the place He bring you back to. So it says, 14, I will be. We know our predicament right now. We've been cast out. We all over the place, and this is the first time that we've been scattered over the whole world. All the other times He was in a certain place. He sent us from our land to a certain place. He came and got us and brought us back to the land. But we've been scattered over the whole world this time. 14 says, I will be found of you, says the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity, just like He did in the past. We can count on that. And I will gather you from all the nations. That's where we at. And from all the places where I have driven you, said the Lord. And I will bring, look at this, I will bring you again into the place which I caused you to be carried away. So where were we carried away from? Hello?
West Coast.
Of Africa.
It's West Coast of Africa.
The coast of Africa.
Negro land. Negro land.
Uh-huh.
The prophecy caught up with us in Negro land. We were carried away from Negro land and scattered over the whole earth. The prophecy came. We wasn't in Israel. We was on the West Coast of Africa when the prophecy, when the judgment came. So He said, I'm gonna take you back to the place from which you was judged at. So what are we witnessing? Where we getting ready to go?
Back to the West Coast of Africa.
Back to Negro land. Back where they got it, where the judgment came from. So then from there, like I said before, then from there, you can put the pieces of the puzzle together. Now, he made a statement that nobody seemed to understand, that I'm gonna gather you from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Now, it's all the pieces of the puzzle coming together. People just they read over that. As if, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna, keep on going. I ain't gonna really deal with that. But you gotta deal with it, because I'm telling you, the Most High is precise. So He says, we're buried with S on it. So we already dealt with that. It's all over there in the Negro lands. You got the Nile. You got the Niger. You got all these different Senegal River. You got all these rivers. That's where they're taking us back to. From the place where we were scattered, where the judgment came in, when the ships came and got us. Okay? So like I said, if you probably want to write that Jeremiah 29 and 14 down, because I have been looking for it for about a year and a half. And finally it popped up. Okay? So like I said, Goshen was a place of safety during the time when the Israelites was in Egypt, in exile in Egypt. And that was a place of safety. And Negro land. is going to be the place of safety for us when America gets judged. You know, and my question is, can we see America get judged from Negro land?
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Sure can. Sure can.
Okay. All right. So, like I mentioned the great migrations. All right. Okay. So, like I said, when they brought us out of when the Alexander came and scattered us, ran us out of Egypt in 140, ran us out of Israel in 143 BC. It was a great migration that took place, but they got that all twisted up with 70 AD, which was when the Edomites got judged. So let me see where I'm at. So it says that Goshen was a place of safety for the Israelites in Moses' time when the Lord judged our enemies, the Egyptians, and Negro land is a place of safety in these last days, while the Lord of hosts will judge the nations of the earth for oppressing us. And so let me read some verses right here and put them in perspective. These pieces to the puzzle, but now they ring true once you get that understanding of what's going on. So, Zephaniah chapter 2. You got it?
Yeah.
So this Zephaniah, I told you that the minor prophets, they give you one thing about these minor prophets, and I'm telling you that all these men right here, these minor prophets in these so-called small books, they all came out of the Babylonian captivity with Zerubbabel. And then we know that Zerubbabel went back and rebuilt Solomon's temple. And then the Greeks came and judged them, and they put the Israelites on the move again. They had another migration that was ran out. The Most High told them they was going to be out for 3,000 years. And so I'm going to read 2 with the understanding of what I just gave you, and you see how the Most High works. Like I say, they want you to think that we can't case the Most High, but we can case him. So he says, chapter 2. Gather yourself together. And remember, Zephaniah came out with Zerubbabel. So he ain't talking to nobody back in the day. He's talking to us. Gather yourself together. Ye gather together, O nation, not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come unto you, before the days of the Lord's anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of your Lord's anger. Hid well in Negro land. They was hid in Goshen before. Okay. 4. For Gaza shall be forsaken. Ashkelon a desolation. They shall drive out Ashdod at the noonday, and Ekron shall be rooted out. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nations of the Cherethites. The word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan, the land of the Philistines. I will even destroy thee, that shall be no more inhabitants, and the sea coast shall be dwelling in cottages for shepherds and the folds of flocks, and the coast shall be for the remnant of the house of Israel. See that? Look at this. The coast shall be for the remnant of the house of Judah. They shall feed thereupon in the houses of Ashkelon shall they lie down in the evening, for the Lord their God shall visit them and turn away their captivity. I have heard, remember the Gold Coast. I had to put that in there. Gold Coast, that's where they got it from. Say, I have heard the reproach of the Moab and the reveling of the children of Ammon, whereby they have reproached my people and magnified themselves against their borders. So I want to stop right there because The Egyptians did the same thing the Moabites did. And the Most High came and he came to judge the Egyptians. So all this judging on these nations is because of Israel. So he said Moab and Ammon had a problem with the Israelites. And then verse 8 says, whereby they had reproached my people and magnified themselves against their borders. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord of the hosts, the God of Israel. We just found out who that was earlier. Surely, Moab shall be as Sodom. We know what he did to Sodom. And the children of Ammon as Gomorrah. Even the breeding of the needles and the salt pits and the perpetual desolation, the residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish. Look at this. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods, these idols of the earth, and men shall worship him. See, that's why it's most important. The most important thing us waking up is finding out who he is, because he gonna get rid of all the idols and everything else. He's selling that by himself when it's over with. He says, and men shall worship him, everyone from his place, even all the isles of the heathen. Ye Egyptians also, so you want to know who this is. The Egyptians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. And but one person that I know of got a sword that's in heaven. Okay? 13. And he shall stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation, and dry like a wilderness, and flocks shall lie down in the midst of her. All the beasts of the nations, both the Cameron and the Bitterant, shall lodge in the upper lintels of it. Their voice shall sing in the windows. Desolation shall be in the threshold, for he shall uncover the cedar work. This is the rejoicing of the city that dwelleth carelessly, that said in his heart, I am, and there is none beside me. How is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down, and everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand. So we see now, when we get an understanding of how the Most High worked and how he worked in the past, we can rightly divide what I just read. You know, you can look at it just like mixing up Kool-Aid. So, under Zephaniah chapter 3, I'm going to read verse 14 through 20. I'm going to put an emphasis on verse 18. Zephaniah chapter 3, I'm reading 14 through 20. Let me know when you get it.
Got it.
Okay, I told you about songbirds. So every time you see that scene from now on out, we know we talking about that. So when we get back, they done put a muffler on our mouth now, because they say, how can we sing in a foreign land? How can we sing the right way to the Most High when you got it jacked up? So 14 says, sing, huh? We just saw the songbirds. Sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord hath taken away, look at this, the Lord hath taken away thy judgment. He hath cast out thine enemy. So he the judge all the nations. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. He back. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. In that day he shall say to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thine hand be slack. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. See that? So he's singing. We singing and he's singing. Verse 18 is what I want to put emphasis on. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. So let's break that down. So he says, let me read it again. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. So it's the people that he done woke up, the elect, that got the proper understanding, that can see, and they have a burden on their heart for the things that the Most High showed them. They have a burden for Israel. So you say, well, what are you talking about? Well, go to Ezekiel right quick. I want to show you what I'm talking about. And this how you case the Most High. So when this how Ezekiel and Isaiah and them could interact with him, because they had cased him, and then they asked him. You know, when the time presented itself, they asked him. And then he broke it down to them. So we in Ezekiel chapter 9. He just said over here, I just read in Zephaniah 3:18, you know, the ones that got a burden on their heart about Jerusalem. And they got a problem. You can't have a burden if you don't have to understand it. So I'm in Ezekiel chapter 9, right?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
I done read this 100 times. So anyway, Ezekiel chapter 9 says, he cried in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. That's the 7 angels. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lied toward the north, and every man had slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them, this how it's going to go down because the angels is in another dimension. There's a lot of stuff happening in Israel when the Most High was destroying, when David counted Israel, he was destroying the Israelites. The Israelites ain't see it, but David saw it. So this was when the Most High judged the earth, this how it's going to happen, but you ain't going to be seeing it. You're going to be seeing the results of it. So he says, 2, behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lied toward the north, and every man had a slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them was clothed with linen. What's this man doing? With a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherubim whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man. Look at this. He called to the man clothed with the linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh, and that cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst of thee. So these are what, excuse me, these are ones that have a burden for Jerusalem, a burden for the Most High people, and for what the Most High expect of us. They have a burden on them, and the only way they can have this burden is they got to have the proper understanding in order to have the burden. So we got an angel going before the destruction, marking the people that have a sign of burden. So let's go back. Go back to chapter 3, verse 18. I'm going to start at 17. You got it. So
no,
that was just, hello?
3 of what?
Zephaniah 3 in verse 18. I'm starting at 17. So that was done in Jerusalem, what I read in Ezekiel. You know, after they left Babylon. But this what he's going to do in Zephaniah is worldwide. So it's being extended out. He collected his people, the elect, with this man marking them that was in Jerusalem. But the Israelites scattered over the whole world. So keep that in mind. 17. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over them with singing. So you got a whole bunch of Israelites in Jerusalem, but the man in Ezekiel chapter 9 only marked the ones that had a side, the ones that had a burden on their heart about the things of the Most High. 18. I will gather them that are sorrowful. See? The ones that got a burden for the solemn assembly, for the feast days and all that, who are of thee. It's a bunch of Israelites scattered, but he's just marking the ones that's sorrowful for the solemn assembly, for the Most High, the things of the Most High, who are of thee, of the Israelites, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. So that's how he getting the remnant. So you want to know who's going to leave. Okay? Then I'm going to finish reading. 19 says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halt. Look at this. I will save her that halteth. That's verse 18. That's Ezekiel chapter 9. Her that halteth, and I will gather her that was driven out, and I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time I will bring you again. Look at this. I just read this in Jeremiah chapter 29 and 14. At that time, I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before their eyes, said the Lord. So, like I said before, we see the Most High turning back the captivity. And it wasn't two exodus from Egypt. It wasn't two floods. It wasn't two exodus from Babylon. We're looking at them turning back the captivity. The Most High turning it back. It ain't two of them. It's one. And where we going? They taking us right back to where he got us from. Where we the same people that executed the judgment on us, same people taking us back there, the Negro land. Where the judgment went down there, where the decree came out and overtook us. Okay? Let me read, let me give you one more. Pertaining to that, I want to read 2nd Ezra right quick. This is another witness to what I just read. And we know from those classes we had on 2nd Ezra that Ezra was given the understanding of what's going to happen to us in the last days. You know, he said to Ezra alone was the understanding given. So I'm in 2nd Ezra chapter 10. Chapter 10, verse 50. You got it?
Verse 6.
2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 50.
50. Oh, 50. All right, thanks. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
So why Ezra? Why are you dealing with Ezra? It says, and 50 says, and now the Most High sees that you are deeply grieved. Same thing we just saw. The ones that deeply grieved for Israel is the ones he's marking. He's the one he coming to get. He ain't got time to deal with the clowns that don't want to deal with the truth and don't want to get the proper understanding. He said, and now the Most High seeing that you are deeply grieved and are wholeheartedly distressed for her, has shown you the splendor of her glory and the charm of her beauty. It was on this account that I told you to stay in the field where no house was built, for I knew that the Most High was going to reveal these things to you. So let's look at it. You say you can't case the Most High. So the angel came and told him, I already know what he's going to do. Why? Because of what I just read. And now the Most High seeing that you are deeply grieved and wholeheartedly distressed for her, has shown you the splendor of her glory and the charm of her beauty. It was on this account. See that? He know that. It was on this account that I told you to stay in the field where no house was built. For I knew, just like I know, for I knew that the Most High was going to reveal these things to you. That was why I told you to go into the field where there was no foundation of a building, for no works built by man could stand in the place where the city of the Most High was to be revealed. So do not be afraid or terrified at heart, but go in and see the splendor and the greatness of the building as far as the sight of your eyes can see. So that's how you escape the Most High. You know, so anyway, and what I want to, before I close out right here, I want to do one more thing. Okay, I want to show you how they hoodwink this thing and little small stuff you think don't mean nothing is beating. Let me get it. I think it's 2nd Ezra chapter 12, verse 11. I'm going to show you something right quick. Second Ezra chapter 12, verse 11. Oh man, let me see. Yeah, go to Daniel right quick before I do that. Go to Daniel chapter 9:21. Excuse me. 9:21. Got it?
Yeah.
Yep.
9:21 says, yea, while I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening revelation. So who is Gabriel? That might sound like a silly question, but who is Gabriel?
He's an angel.
That's angel 1 of the 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go back over here to show you how, like I said, it might seem like it's, when you see little small things that you think that they don't really mean nothing, but it's big. So I'm in Ezra now, chapter 12, verse 11. It's about the vision of the eagle. So we see that Gabriel came and broke down to him what he needed to know about what's getting ready to happen in the last days. What was getting ready to happen to the Israelites when they left Egypt. When they left Babylon, that the Greeks was coming. And now he's dealing with Ezra, and he's telling Ezra that the fourth beast's going to come. Yeah. And that's why it wasn't explained to Daniel in the way it was explained to Daniel, because Daniel was dealing with the third beast and the atrocities that were coming on the Israelites from the Greeks. And now he's dealing with Ezra to tell him what the fourth beast going to do to the Israelites. So you got it?
Which one?
Yep.
12 and 11. That's
Got
second Ezra. This is the meaning of the vision that you have seen. As for the eagle that you saw rising from the sea, it is the fourth kingdom that appeared in the vision to your brother Daniel, right? So who explained it to Daniel?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
What Gabriel? Michael is he who is like Yahweh. So Michael can create like the Most High create. What's Gabriel's role? Gabriel brings what?
Message.
Knowledge.
Now a lot of them bring message. What Gabriel brings?
Understanding.
Understanding. He brings understanding, right?
Yeah.
He brings understanding. Why is that? Because go back to go to Daniel right quick. I'm almost finished. Go to Daniel. You got to hold on to Ezra though. Daniel. I just read 10:21. I want to go through the verses. I don't like quoting too much. 10:21. You got it?
Yeah.
But I will show thee that which is noted in the scriptures, the truth. That's why he can bring understanding. He's looking in the book of life. So he says, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things but Michael, your prince. So he said, so him and Michael. So if you talking to Ezra about the last days, it's got to be Gabriel. It's got to be Gabriel. Gabriel the one came to Daniel. And so,
right.
So where Michael come in at? When he came in Genesis 18 to talk to Abraham, what he told him? You're going to have a son this time next year. How can he do that? Because he's looking on the book.
Right.
Michael and Gabriel. Okay. So now, I'm back in 2nd Ezra where I just read 12:1 where he says, I come into you and I'm giving you the understanding of the four beasts, right? Well, who is it that brought it to him? Let me show it to you right quick. Almost finished. I mean 10 and 4:28. Yeah, 2nd Ezra.
10 and 28?
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
Says, Ezra had a series of visions. When you understand, when you read Ezra, he was in the field. He tell him go 7 days, and then he have a vision. He come and explain it to him. Then he tell him go 7 more days, eat some flowers, and I'm gonna come back. Well, right here, he's in the middle of the second vision. Then in 10:28, he comes and says, "Where is the angel Uriel, who came to me at first? For it was he who brought me into this great bewilderment. My end has become corruption, and my pride is a reproach." So is that Uriel that came that's giving him understanding, or is it Gabriel? Who was the person that's bringing understanding?
Gabriel.
So for some reason they chose to tell you that Uriel Brown is bringing this understanding to him. Why would you say? You know, why would you want to stick Uriel there when there ain't none of this wrong? But you gonna tell me that there's Gabriel? I mean that Uriel the one came to him? When I know it ain't. Good and well it ain't him. And it's all because I got understanding. But like I said, it may seem like it's trivial, but come on, man, you hoodwinking so much stuff to. I mean, why would you do that? Because I know it ain't none of Uriel brought it to him. Because what I just read, he said, I explained I'm explaining to you, unlike I did to your brother Daniel, the 4 beasts. Well, Gabriel explained the 4 beasts to Daniel. Explained to Daniel, not Uriel, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that. I just wanted to show it to you. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna close out with Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Gotta find it. Three and 8 says, let me see how I will read this. So it is, therefore, wait upon the Lord, wait upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So you say, why am I reading this? Well, like I said, we sitting there, we're looking at it. We getting ready to be delivered. We see out what he done he had us over in Goshen. When he came and he brought indignation on the Egyptians, well, the Israelites been scattered over the whole world. This time, where he got a place of safety, he got to bring us all to. We see most of the Israelites are already there. They was there all along over in Africa. They never came over here. So he's bringing the rest of them back to Negro land where the rest of them is. And he says that, and this is what I mean by casing him. I said, verse 7, Zechariah 3, I said, surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so that the dwelling shall not be cut off. However, he's talking to the nation. Cut off. However, I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. 8, therefore wait upon me, Lord of hosts, Michael, the archangel, until the day that I rise up to pray, for my determination is to gather all the nations. We know that, Ezekiel 38. Gather all the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms, all the kingdoms of the earth, to pour upon them my indignation. Same way he did on us. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So we already know where we're going to be at. We do this. We're going to be sitting right there on the coast of west coast of Africa. We're going to gather all the nations and pour out his indignation on them. Point blank. Okay? Any questions? Comments?
I was just thinking about, when you was going over the lesson, like when you was talking about the people who side and who have a heart for, how everybody is going in the opposite direction and, wanting to do right. And it just made me think about the fact that, when you look at this whole African movement and everybody, all excited and you're just following the narrative like we always do. We just jump on, anything that everybody is doing from the standpoint of, not the knowledge that we have, but just from the standpoint of that's what everybody is doing. And the thing that, that bothers me is the fact that these African nations, we know that they're in cahoots with the Europeans and with the powers that be. If you ask anybody that's excited about this whole Africa thing that's been over, they already know this, right?
Right.
But the thing is, they just following the narrative instead of saying, wait a minute, man, y'all got us doing this whole narrative thing. Where's the money? I'm going to keep saying it. Because y'all sold us into slavery. Y'all admitted that y'all helped. They did what they did to us when we got here. And now y'all, talking about just come back and invest money and do all this stuff. And it's like, come on, man. So at what point are we going to stop and say, damn, man, we tired of the same narrative? I mean, we understand that we got to go back, because that's the place of safety. But at the same time, it's like, come on. Y'all out there, talking all this trash and talking about, economics and structure and community and all this stuff, but can none of that go down without money?
Right.
But I was just thinking about that when you was teaching. It's just the fact that, that's the most important part, and everybody's just, just following the narrative.
Right. Yeah. But like I was saying before, you have to go to you got to go to Ezra. Like you go to Ezra when you understand how the Most High works. Ezra and the King James.
Oh, okay.
I think we had talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, these people, the people that it's the powers that be, and it's powers and principalities up in angels and spirits that's behind all this because of what's getting ready to happen. Like I just read in Zephaniah chapter 3, he cutting off everything. Right. So they on their tippy toes because they know the wrong move. When the Lord of hosts come back, he's cutting off everything. He ain't no more, ain't no more hiding in the bushes and all that. He cut it all off. So yeah. Yeah, I'm in chapter 1.
I got it.
So Most High had already told them before time that he was going to deliver the Israelites, right? And he had already told them 400 years before that the Cyrus was coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they knew the same thing in the Babylonian captivity. They was looking at what Jeremiah told them. He said, y'all going to be here just 70 years. So Daniel was waiting on that. Well, right here it says, every time he delivered them from Egypt, they had to have money. And then when he delivered them from Babylon, they had to have money, right? But look when he gave it to them. He right the night before they left Egypt, he spoiled the Egyptians. And the Egyptians gave them all the money. The night before. In Babylon, right here, I'm reading in chapter 1, it was Ezra. It says, now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all the kingdom and put it into writing. So Cyrus got rid of their oppressor. Now they need some money. Verse 5. Then he rose up, he says 3. Who is there among you of all the people? His God be with him. Let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judea, build the house of the Lord God of Israel. He is God, which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where ye sojourn, let the men of his place help him with silver, with gold, with goods, with beasts, besides the freewill offering for the house of the Lord and God is in Israel. So they spoiled the Babylonians.
That's the same thing happened in Egypt.
Right. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, the priests, the Levites, with all of them whose spirit God had raised to go up to build the house of the Lord God in Jerusalem. And 7, also Cyrus king brought forth the vessels of the house of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had brought forth out of Jerusalem, and put them in the house of his God. Even those did Cyrus, king of Persia, bring forth by the hand of Mithra, the treasurer, and numbered them unto Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. Then you keep reading, he give you all this what they needed. All the money they needed is right here. And this is the number of them: 30 charges of gold, 1,000 charges of silver, 9 and 25 knives, 30 bases of gold. So that was a reparation. He gave them what they needed, but he first was delivered. He brought judgment on the oppressors first. Then the finances came. So what we just dealt with today was Israel was judged, and he brought people in and they oppressed them. Then he brought Israel to a place of safety, judged the people, his oppressors, then gave them finances and took them back to the land. Mm-hmm. In every instance. So that's what I mean by case of the Most High. So we see right here, he got to bring us out of here, judge our enemies, then we come out with great substance.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm just saying that, the way I look at it, and I guess that's what makes us different than, everybody just they're just jumping on the narrative. I know it's going to happen that way, but it's just like nobody thinks about it from that perspective.
Well, if that's a way, like I was saying, what I said about the little boys singing, it's a way to rightly divide the word, because you can see it's a hidden agenda, because you're not coming out with no money. You started saying all this stuff, but it's a hidden agenda because they know who we are, and they know they can't empower us, just straight up and empower us, because they know what's going to happen. So that's how you can gauge and see that, it's a trickeration going on.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else got something? Nothing else? No comment? Okay, let me turn this off right quick.